to gymnastics. Today we've got a super fun lesson and we're going to be practicing our acro skills that we can do on beam. So acro skills are super fun because they're everything that gets to go upside down. So on beam that means lots of handstands, cartwheels, and we'll even be practicing some bridges ready for back walkovers and even back handsprings in the future. So because we're going upside down, we want to have a nice soft floor. So carpet is really good. If you have a gym mat, that would be great. Other things include yoga mats over hard floor, or even a yoga mat on a carpet can really help. Also, because it is beam, if you have a squishy beam or a beam, that's super lucky, you can use that. Otherwise, you can use like a piece of tape on the floor or a scarf or anything you can use as a bit of a line to help you keep your skills straight would be really helpful. Last thing before we get started, make sure you've got plenty of space. You're not going to kick anything or hit anything when you move around. So if you need to move chairs or other things around your room, make sure you do that. Other equipment we might need to use later in the lesson is a wall. So make sure you have a wall that you can use and ask your parents. And we'll also need a chair or a couch that we can use as well. So make sure you have that equipment and then come back and get ready to start the lesson.
Alright, thanks Anna. Now we've got Katrina and myself, Jemima, and we're going to take you through some of our activities for beam. So we're going to start with handstands today. So first activity, we're going to practice our handstand shape on the floor because it's been a while since we've done this one. So making sure we've got our nice round back, our beautiful round chest, her ribs are off the ground, her armpits are pushing down into the floor, and her eyes are looking at her fingertips while still hiding her ears. So that's a beautiful one. Well, we want to count to about 10 holding that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Once we've done our count of 10, we're going to do the same thing but on our back. So Katrina, can you please roll over onto your back? So for this one, we're going to try and squash the back or our spine into the ground, okay? You might even have mum or dad or your grandparents or brother or sister. They can come and try and put their hand underneath and see if there's a gap under there. We don't want any gap. We also want our arms nice and flat on the ground behind us and our chin to be off our chest. We don't want our head tucked like this. So chin's off our chest, beautiful and flat. Also, don't forget the basics of our pointed feet and our straight legs and our squeezed bottoms as well. All right, we're going to hold that one for 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so we're going to work on our handstand shapes. This is a more advanced version, so you already would have done your laying down ones. So this one is going to go between our two objects, so your two dining chairs, maybe two cushions, whatever your objects are. So the first one we're going to do, our bottom is going to go in the middle of our two objects. We're going to lay down, so my shoulders are on one block and my legs are on the other block. We're going to make our handstand shape. So my arms have to be flat on the box, we don't want them up like this. Nice flat arms. My ribs need to be pushing down to the ground like an angry cat, and my hips need to be pushing up to the roof. Okay, of course I've got my straight legs, my pointed toes. We're going to hold for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, now for a bit of a challenge, we're going to do it with our stomach facing the floor. So I probably won't be fantastic at this one because I'm not as strong as I used to be. Okay, so for this one, belly button faces down to the ground. We want to have up to our armpits on the block. Let's see how I'm going to put my chairs a bit closer together to make it a bit easier for me. Okay, so my armpits are flat. My eyes are going to look at my fingers and I'm going to make sure I got my hand flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, job.
Alright guys, moving on, we're going to do some bunny hops using our line. Okay, so remember when we're doing handstands on beam, we have special hands, right? Our butterfly or our W hands. So we're using our line or our piece of tape or scarf, whatever it is, beam hands. What we're going to do is a nice high bunny hop, try to get our hips all the way up to the ceiling, and then moving all the way along our line. Okay, so keeping your ankles and knees glued together, watching again, nice high bunny hops, all the way along your lines. Okay guys, so giving that one a go yourselves. Let's see if we can do as many as you can, going along your beam. Alright, and then turning back around, doing some more. And if you don't have a line, just do 5, remembering our handstand position because we're doing them on beam. Cool. Pause.
Yeah, now I am.
Alrighty guys, so the next activity that we're going to do is our tuck handstand. So as you can see, I've set up my line, okay? So you guys at home, you have your chair or your couch here, and then your line underneath it on the ground. This is going to be my beam, reminding me that I have to have my W hands. From there guys, knees go on top of your couch or chair, W hands on top of your line, and we're going to hold our tuck handstand, alright? So I'm looking at my fingertips, my back is nice and round because I'm squeezing my belly, and I'm going to hold all together for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there guys, you're going to raise one leg all the way up towards the sky, or the roof, nice and straight, and we're going to hold. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lowering that leg down. Other leg goes up in the air. Nice straight legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Alright, so the next activity, same thing, feet on top of our chair or our couch, hands on the ground, remembering we're on a beam, so W hands. We're going to hold a pike handstand. Okay? So, whoa. With this one guys, we're going to get our shoulders over our hands. Alright. Our bottoms up nice and high, and we're going to hold this all together for 5 seconds. Okay, so getting up into position. Alright, is everyone up? Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fabulous. Alright guys, so now for the next activity, we're going to move over towards our wall, and we're going to practice our park the car handstand. Okay, so remembering hands nice and close to the wall. We'll walk our feet up. Alright, I'm squeezing my belly button, my bottom in. I'm looking towards my fingertips and pushing tall to my shoulders. Alright, everybody getting into position. Let's all hold for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly walking out. Well done. Alright, trying again by yourselves. Ready? And walking up the wall. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Climbing down. Have a little break. Got one more. And off we go. Climbing back up, guys. Ready? Squeezing our bottoms, ribs in, belly buttons in as well. Ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the next activity we're going to do is a press to handstand against the wall. Okay? Arms nice and close to the wall and looking towards our fingertips. Legs are straddled, so 1 foot apart. You lean into the wall, and without jumping, we're going to see if we can straddle our legs up the wall to handstand and back to. Okay? So no jumping, trying to just lean and slowly lift our legs all the way up to our handstands. Alright, so if you're on ALP 3 or 4, you guys can give that one a go. So try 3 of those. Alright, well done. Alright guys, heading back on over to your line. We're going to do either scorpion handstands if you're in foundation, or a full handstand if you're in levels 3 and 4 ALP. Alright, so with these ones we're really focusing on our entries. So we want to see really tall starting shapes, a nice big lunge. Alright, hands go down, keeping our legs nice and straight, and we finish in our lunge. Alright, so I'll try again, see if I can go to a full handstand. Nice and tall, lunge, beam hands, lunge. Alright, your turn guys. We're going to do 3 all together. So reaching really, really tall, tucking those ribs under, ready, and lunge. Go handstand. Alright, that's one. Getting ready, and another one. Really tall, long lunge. 2, one more. Really tall, lunge. Handstand, finishing in our lunge. Alright, good job guys, well done.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to cartwheels. So we're just going to start off with the basics of a cartwheel, our star cartwheel. So facing forwards, legs apart. We're going to have our arms on our ears the entire time. So it's really important to keep it around back in the middle of our cartwheel, so we don't want to have any archy moments. We want our legs to go all the way over the top to finish, and we're going to finish facing the same direction. So if I start facing this direction, I'm going to do cartwheel to finish facing this direction. And then I can show you again. We go up over the top, finishing in the same position we started in. So we're going to do 3 all together. Ready? Reaching up nice and tall, cartwheel over, and finishing, holding the shape nice and strong. And another one, number 2. Glue your feet when you finish, try not to shuffle. Last one, and kicking over to finish. Okay, so now we've practiced our cartwheels, we can focus on our starting and finishing shape. So when we're on beam, we face the direction that we are going to go, and we finish facing the direction we came from. So if I'm pretending I'm on the beam, one foot in front of the other to start, just like I would if I was doing a handstand. I'm going to lunge the exact same, reach, cartwheel, and finish in a lunge. The starting and finishing shapes are just the same as a handstand. I'm going to finish facing the direction I came from. So we're going to do 3 all together. Reaching up, nice and tall, cartwheel, hold your lunge, and get ready for the next one. Reaching up, nice and tall, do a nice big lunge, reach, glue your feet, snap your chest up, nice and tall. And we're going to get ready for our last cartwheel. Cartwheel, snap your chest up, glue your feet. Good job. Okay, now that we are getting pretty advanced with our cartwheels, we're going to add our hand placements. So when we're on beam, we tend to put our hands slightly different as to when we are on the floor. So for this, our first hand goes down normally, so sideways along the beam, but our second hand comes down so that the fingers meet it. Our second hand fingers meet the first hand. So it will look like a T shape. Okay. So when we do our cartwheel, first hand goes normal, second hand meets it. And we're going to snap our feet together to finish. So our first foot lands normally, and our second foot comes to meet it. So if I do the whole cartwheel, first hand, T hands, foot meets the second. Alright, let's do 3 all together, and I'll do mine a little bit faster this time. Reaching up, same starting shape. Cartwheel, snap. Ready for our second one. Reaching up, T hands and snap. Making sure we're getting our chest up nice and quick. And last one. Cartwheel snap. Good job. Last activity for the cartwheel section is actually going to be getting ready for round-offs. So round-offs can be used as a dismount, and when you get more advanced they can also be done entirely on the beam. So we're going to have the same starting shape as our cartwheel, and we're going to use our T hands as well, just like we practiced before. So when we do this activity, we're going to do our round off up onto a bed or a couch or a chair, as long as you make sure your chair's not going to slide, so you might want it up against the wall. So we're going to enter like a cartwheel, except we're going to land in about a front support shape. So I'll show you what I mean. Reaching up, cartwheel entrance, finishing in a front support shape with my feet up on, well, I have a box, you'll have a couch. I'll show you one more time. Hands, make our T shape, feet join, and we finish in our front support. So let's do 3 all together. Reaching up, lunge, T hands, front support. One more. I've got one more. This time I want you to think about really squeezing your legs when you land in a front support, so it's nice and strong. Good job, guys. Okay, so now we're going to move on to bridges, and we're going to need, if you have a couch or a chair or maybe your bed might be good, just make sure if it's a chair or something that's not going to slide when you do your bridge. And you're going to pop your feet up, sitting nice and close. Remember, your fingers face your toes. And we're going to push up and we're going to hold for 5 seconds, and then we're going to lower down before we go again. So get ready, feet up, hands in position, pushing up into bridge. We're trying to get our feet together and pushing our shoulders away from our feet. 3, 4, 5. Coming down again. If you need to, just quickly roll out your back or your wrist before you try again. This time we're going to really focus on pushing our shoulders. So I'm going to push my shoulders this way. You want to push your shoulders away from your feet. Now at the end of the 5 seconds this time, if you feel comfortable and you've got enough space, you can kick over to land in a lunge. So ready? Pushing up. Pushing your shoulders over. 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you can, kick over. We're going to do one more, and again, if you feel comfortable to kick over, you can. So, getting ready in front of your couch, feet up, and ready, pushing up into bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finishing your lunge. Okay, for the next activity, you're going to need a wall. So, I'm going to walk over here. It's going to be my wall, and we're going to practice going backwards into our bridge. So we're going to stand close to our wall, feet shoulder width apart for balance, and for this one, we want to keep our arms on our ears or as close to our ears as possible the whole time. So when we reach back, we're not doing one arm at a time, we want to reach both back together, keeping our head forwards. Okay. Ready? We're going to do it all together, walking your hands down the wall into bridge. Reaching back. Walking. You might need to walk your feet out so you have enough space. Push your shoulders towards the wall. And if you can, walk back up. Again, try to keep your head facing forwards rather than turning to the side. So try that once more. Back facing. And ready. Off you go. Climbing all the way down, holding your bridge at the bottom, pushing your shoulders towards the wall, And you can either come down normally or again, walk back up to finish standing. Okay, now if you want, you can keep practicing that one, or if you feel comfortable, you can also do back limbers on the floor without the wall. So it's the same thing, standing up nice and tall, reaching back into your bridge. Once you get to your bridge, pushing your shoulders and kicking over, or trying to. Okay. Thanks for joining us, guys. Keep practicing your gymnastics at home. Make sure to roll out your wrists and your back if they're a little bit sore from bridges, and we hope to see you in the gym again soon. Bye!